Hi guys and welcome to SkillsLoop top tips on bike maintenance. So over the next couple of episodes I'll be giving you some kind of top tips on how to kind of tinker with your pride and joy. So first and foremost, this is going to be, as you probably guessed by the thumbnail, I don't know why I did that for, we're going to be doing volume spacers. So let's go. So tools you are going to need are a grease gun, ratchet, a 32mm socket. Now really important guys that these are faced off, so if you can see that, they are super smooth. So your standard socket will look a little bit like this. Can you see it's rounded and flanged? You want it faced off. Last but not least, a shock pump. Oh, and don't forget a bike. Volume spacers are super important, and the good thing is they are pretty much the same on all bikes. There's just a kind of different way of kind of connecting them, which I'm going to show you right now. First of all, we need to take off the top cap. Do not lose these guys, they're mega expensive to buy. So loosen that off, put it somewhere safe. Next step is to let out the air. Now you can either use your fingernail or a screwdriver. Gently press that pin nice and slowly, let that air out, and as you'll see, the bike will drop. Make sure all that's air out, and then you can also just give the little pin a press and give the bike a press, and that will make sure all the air has escaped the chamber. Using your 32mm socket, attach it to your ratchet like so by pressing the small button on the back. Press and hold that. That pops in and it should lock nice and tight. Stick your ratchet on top, and what I like to do is pull down on the actual socket to help stop it from slipping. Give it a little jimmy round. Do this very slowly guys, you don't want to be slipping on the alloy nut. And then once it becomes to the point where you can get with your fingers, loosen that up. You might hear a little bit of air escape, but that's okay. So I'm just going to take this off now, and as you can see, it's a small little plastic spacer. Now the Fox ones actually kind of clip on, so they look a little bit like that inside, and that's the actual kind of clip it goes onto. And if you listen carefully, you should hear a big click, and that means it's on there nice and sturdy. Fox shock forks are actually kind of a screw thread, so you screw them on. It's a plastic thread, so just take your time with doing it. But the Fox ones, as I say, are clips. So just once again, push that onto there. Jobs are good. How many spacers do I need? Well, that all comes down to your weight, the type of riding, and the type of bike. The actual volume spacer increases volume in the chamber, meaning you can run less air, or the kind of same amount of air but go bigger. So the ramp up at the top will keep your bike up under heavy braking or steep riding and help stop it bottoming out. So I've got my volume spacer. I'm going to click it on there, and now we can start putting the kind of bike back together again. I like to put a little bit of grease just around the top edge of the seal, rub that round, just keeps it nice and lubricated. And then we're going to gently stick it back in, find that thread. Don't rush this part guys, you really don't want to round off the thread in the forks. Finger tighten, get your ratchet, move the small lever to the left. That's going to put it in tighten mode again. Make it nice and steady, and at this point you don't want to over tighten. So do it to where it gets a little bit stiff, and then literally just want a little bit of a nick up there. And then it's on to the pumping. And then what you want to do is in 20 psi increments, stick 20 psi in, and you just want to run that fork through that travel a few times. 20 psi. Run that fork through the travel. (20 psi). Run that fork through the travel, and what this is doing is just balancing the chambers, making sure that the air is going into both chambers equally, and that we ain't gonna get one chamber full of air and one side not. My weight, if you have a quick check on the back, 68 to 82 kg equals 67 to 76 psi. Unscrew your shock pump and then pop your blue cap back on. Don't over tighten these guys. Once you've got it all secured and tightened back up, give it a good bounce. You should feel that the forks are nice and smooth, and if you've added spacers inside, you should feel it be a bit more sportive. The best thing to do now is get out on those trails when you can and go and give it a quick ride. See how it feels. Put some kind of heavy braking on. Go down with some rough stuff. If the kind of front end feels a little bit twitchy, you're just finding the kind of balance good between the air pressure and the good volume spacers. So guys, thanks again for watching the first episode of SkillsLoop's top tips for bike maintenance. If you've got any questions, please drop them below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and until the next one, thanks for watching. Volume spacers are super important, guys, and they sit just inside the kind of air chamber just here. I'm gonna have to go again before I fall over. Little plastic features which go on. Stop that. How many spacers could you want? I totally. I couldn't be. Oh, stop it.